we take to recognize the sacrifice our men and women of the armed forces gave and continue to give to keep our country safe. Gilmer School staff and students would like to take the time to recognize and thank you for your service. At this time, please stand and remove your hats for the pledges led by Willie Marlowe and Colin Anderson, followed by the playing of our national anthem presented by our Gilmer High School band.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. U.S. Coast Guard. The motto for the U.S. Coast Guard is Semper Paratus, which means always ready. Though it is not clear how the Coast Guard got its motto, it is fitting for a military branch that is on call 365 days a year to protect the waterways and people of the United States. The motto was composed into a song in 1927 by the U.S. Coast Guard Captain Francis Van Buskirk.
U.S. Air Force. In 1938, the Army Air Force leaders held a songwriting contest to compose a song about the U.S. Army Air Force. Robert MacArthur Crawford wrote the winning song from more than 700 entries. The official motto of the U.S. Air Force is Aim High, Fly, Fight, Win. This motto is both a call to action and a promise and response. The Air Force always pushes itself to new heights and expects its airmen to do the same.
The U.S. Navy, composed in 1906, Anchors Aweigh is the official song of the U.S. Navy and the fight song of the U.S. Naval Academy. It was composed by Charles Zimmerman with lyrics written by Alfred Hartmouse. The unofficial motto for the Navy is not self, but country. This invokes the spirit of sacrifice that so many soldiers and members of the armed forces carry with them through their service.
U.S. Marine Corps. According to the U.S. Marine Band, the Marines' hymn is the oldest service song in the nation. The song was revised several times prior to being authorized as the official song in 1929. The motto for every Marine is Semper Fidelis, which is Latin for always faithful. Semper Fidelis. This is a collective commitment to the successes of our battles, the progress of our nation, and the steadfast loyalty to our fellow Marines we fight alongside.
The Army. According to the U.S. Army Band, The Army Goes Rolling Along was originally written by a field officer while stationed in the Philippines in 1908. Years later, the song was adapted in a march by John Philip Sousa. It became the official song of the Army in 1956. The Army is the oldest branch of the U.S. military. Its motto, "This will defend," was first used during the American Revolution in 1778.
Armed Forces Medley. When the Armed Forces Medley is played, veterans of the services and the current active duty and National Guard and Reserve members, whether you are in uniform or not, are asked to stand as the service song plays so we may recognize you.
trustee, previously holding the position of Senior Aerospace Science Instructor for the Junior Air Force ROTC Unit Texas 20027 at Gilmer High School from August 2015 through June 2022. Major Owens was born in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma, graduated from Tuttle High School in 1989, following his dream to one day become a police officer. He graduated from Southwestern Oklahoma State University in 1993 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in criminal justice. The dream led to his enlistment in the Air Force in 1995 as a security police member and served 7 years before earning his commission through the Officer Training School in 2002. Over his 20-plus years in the Air Force, Major Owens deployed to Southwest Asia 4 times and completed 2 overseas assignments. He retired from active duty over 20 years of dedicated service and now resides in Gilmer, Texas.
Good morning. Can everyone hear me? Okay? Good, then I won't use this. When Ms. Dudley and Ms. Cunningham asked me to be the guest speaker today, what an incredible honor that is for them to think of me and to ask me to do this. And they just wanted me to come up and talk about what I think it means to be a veteran. And I have been thinking about that since they asked me. What does it mean to be a veteran? It means, first and foremost, we raised our right hand and we swore an oath. That oath of enlistment, that oath of commissioning to defend our nation, to defend our Constitution against all enemies. That oath never stops. That is an oath from the day that we say it for the very first time, all the way through to the day they lay us in the ground and mean something to us. Excuse me. Didn't think I'd get a little choked up on that. Being a veteran, we raised our hands and we said we will serve our country. It isn't just about serving our country. It's about safeguarding our country's citizens, taking care of each and every one of you, and being ready to sacrifice everything that we have to ensure that the United States of America is as free today as it was in 1781, in 1776, in 1918, in 1945, after Vietnam, 1973, and everything that we have done in between all of those. Every veteran has started out as a bright-eyed kid going to basic training not knowing what they were getting into. I certainly didn't have any idea what I was doing when I went to basic training. They fixed that quickly. 20 years. Over that time period, I saw a lot in the world. But I made brothers and I made sisters. People that I didn't share skin color with, blood type with, religion with. It didn't matter because we all were there to do the same job. It doesn't matter what service we were in, the United States Army, the United States Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, or the Coast Guard. We are all brothers and sisters. With that, really quickly, I'd like to say happy birthday, Marines. Little known fact, when you join the Marine Corps, you don't have your birthday anymore. It's always November the 10th for the rest of your life. We have been all across the globe. We've got veterans in here from my era, from that Desert Storm, Desert Shield era, and going into the Iraq War and the war in Afghanistan, global war of terrorism. We've got veterans in this room from the Vietnam era. We've got veterans in this room from Korea. I'm hoping that we may have a veteran in this room from World War II. Those are getting fewer and further between. November the 11th, 1918. A war that was supposed to end all wars. The armistice was signed in World War I. 1926, it became a national observance for Armistice Day. Every November the 11th, we observe that we hold in reverence for, to our veterans. Because the expectation was we would never have a war like World War I ever again. 1938 it became a national holiday. We named it Veterans Day, in honor of those who served. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to be a veteran of the United States. I am honored to be your brother, and I am honored that you are my brother in this. I thank you so much. I'll leave you with this little story that it just happened recently, and I wanted to share it with you guys, what it means for us. My wife recently had to go to the hospital. I was there that evening when they made me leave. They had what was called a code red, white, and blue. I didn't have a clue what that was. People were speaking. I asked the nurse as I was walking out the door, what is a code red, white, and blue? They had a veteran that had passed away. There was no way that I was going to leave that hospital at that minute. Excuse me. So a code red, white, and blue, every employee that is free, that can make it, they line the hallway leading up to the front door of the hospital at the funeral service or the funeral home waiting to collect this gentleman. And they drape him with a flag and they play taps as they take him out of the building. Every person standing there quiet as they be, the only thing you can hear is taps. One of the most beautiful songs ever. As he's taken out of the hospital, and the reverence that they had for this gentleman that none of them knew. The only thing that they knew was that he was a veteran of the United States military. He was never a veteran. He was a veteran of the United States military, and they wanted to pay tribute and honor him in his last breath. Ladies and gentlemen, being a veteran of the United States military is something that I will carry with me until the day that I go and meet my maker. And when I see him, I hope that he looks at me and says, "Job well done." Thank you, Airman, Marine, Seaman, Soldier, Coast Guardsman. It doesn't matter what we are. When we all get there, we'll know that we did our job. It was a job well done. Thank you very much.
We would like to thank you for attending the GIS Veterans Day program. Thank you again to our wonderful award-winning GHS band for joining us today and our guest speaker, Major Sean Owens. We thank you for your years of service and for the protection you continue to provide for Gilmer ISD. We would like to invite our guests to join us for a reception in the front foyer. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.